I guess, from my opponent. Just blended the opponent. The opponent is pretty important most of the time. So now we have this kind of stuff. b5. Main move is bishop f1. But you can also take this or take that. It's also playable. But bishop f1 and white really has something going for him, with the idea that after queen takes you have knight c3, queen c5 for example, and then you grab on b2. And with this pin, queen f3 coming, and in some lines even b4, after something like d3 or stuff, it's kind of better for white, although it's still playable for black, I guess. But he takes this, and the next surprise is that I grabbed it with the queen. Now I have castles, I have bishop here. So a lot of people are going f3 here, but this loses due to some terrible stuff with bishop c5. Bishop c5, h3, g5 if knight here. And this is all... I have analyzed this quite a bit. This with h6, g5, this is just the best plan. You just immediately go after the opening of the files. So just push. If knight here, I'm grabbing this. If takes, it doesn't really matter. I don't think he has a defense. I mean, I take with the queen, he takes, I take with the bishop, he goes there, and I give that check. This is actually mate. So he does this. He does this. That's an interesting approach. That's an interesting approach. What about h5, h4? Instantly going for this kind of stuff. h5 is useful anyway. So d6. What about knight here, knight takes, or h4? h4 just threatening to grab this. It's actually quite strong. Just immediately trying to open things up. If you push, I'm taking. If knight takes, I have d6 check. So this is probably pretty bad. So what about knight here, going after the pinned piece? And then he has knight e4. This is not something I want to see, so I'm just gonna castle here. So knight here might be something. Bishop here, I don't really believe this, because now even if you take this, this is mate. And if you go knight here, I'm just gonna grab it. You take with the pawn and I take the bishop. So you kind of have to go back probably to d2. You can't do anything actually. This is completely busted. Because you either lose a piece or you resign. Okay, that's something. So what about rook here? You can't do anything against this check, so I might go there. You can still not grab the knight due to this. This is pinned, you cannot cover this. So it should be pretty much over, right? I mean, you cannot even go there to defend. This is coming, and then I'm gonna go to h1 with the mate. Yeah, I'm not even down material. He just resigned. So this is the analysis of that game, short analysis because I actually made no mistake in that game, and White made a couple of them, but the decisive mistake was after here. Actually the main move is bishop f1 here, just to put a new line in, and after queen takes d5, knight c3, queen c5, and the bishop takes knight, there is this bishop e7 or bishop d7, bishop e7 for example, and here we could see something like e3, bishop takes d6 is a move, or castles, and probably even queen f3. So let's just cover this. Yeah, queen f3 is here actually quite nice. Here should go bishop b7 or bishop b7 or bishop d7, one of those moves, and White is kind of better. But okay, a lot of people just don't know the move bishop f1, and therefore bishop b5 is kind of the second best move according to Stockfish, and this is what we had in that game. Now queen d5, the position is right around even. Bishop takes, queen takes, and now castles, and after this mate threat, the only move to stay in the game is queen f3. Afterwards just exchange of queens, bishop c5, and Black would get his pawn back after a while, and yeah, this should be pretty even. For example, if d4, then you lose the pawn that way with a worse position, so you kind of have to go bishop d2 and allow this bishop takes, and then it's a completely even position. So yeah, but here we have f3, and this is the losing move in fact, because now it's actually bishop c5 and h6. This is what I played in a tournament game, and I didn't really analyze that game, only analyzed the blitz game, and my ideas were like, kind of, let's put a rook there, put a rook to h6, and maybe knight to g5 stuff. But okay, the way to go here is, I analyzed this a month ago or something, and I remembered it. h6, g5, and there is actually no defense against g4. It's not getting worse and worse, so knight f2 now takes. He cannot take with the queen or the bishop, so g3, and now here, actually after knight there, my analysis ended, and I only knew the move knight g1. But okay, everything is terrible, and I continued like you should in this opening with h5. And my idea here is that after, for example, something like this, I would probably go in for queen there, or there are other options as well. Rook g8 is an option, or castles, as well as knight g4. I think I thought about knight g4, 9, and after, for example, you take this, then you face this discovered check, and you cannot block or do anything, so you have to go there basically, and then this is made. So this is what I thought. So he cannot really grab this, so the knight fe4, f5, knight takes, then f2 again, and this is killing him. So pretty much everything is losing now. So this is not working, so he went after h5, he went d3, trying to develop some pieces, and after h4 he went away with the king, and here I just castled, bishop g5, rook dg8, bringing all my pieces into the attack, and here he just resigned, because there is no way of defending against this pawn, and then the bishop would be loose as well. Anyway, so thanks for watching, see you next time, ciao.